beautiful morning to you. You're on to the weekend show, a very exciting show of the weekend, where we sit with you, have morning tea with you. And as usual, my name is Oluchi Carol.
And from here, I am David Okwasile, welcoming you again to another edition of the weekend show. Like we do it every Saturday morning, we celebrate success, we look at our lives as a people and reassess them, learn lessons from other people's lives, and also improve on the ones we are doing already.
And this week, will I say this week has been busy, not really as busy social media-wise, or not really as busy, but just that this week I noticed that everybody is really preparing for the campaign. Everybody's preparing for elections. Some of the politicians have been traveling, some are busy doing propaganda, some are busy really telling us what they want to do, while some are busy just in, I don't know. I guess maybe they don't really feel the awakening.
By next month, the Independent National Electoral Commission will formally lift the ban on campaigns. So I think they're in the last phase of the consultations now for you to get the buy-in of those who will be supporting you, or even when the campaign have started. Things can still change, but this is the time where you have time to talk to people. And you mentioned the issue of propaganda. Campaign seems to be one of the highest times when you see chunks and chunks of propaganda. You see one in the morning before you can settle to consume that one, another one is coming out. So it's the season. It's politics. Anything can come out at this time.
Yeah, my one source of happiness I have is the fact that now it's no more business as usual. Now everybody's involved. In fact, some of the reality shows going on don't even have much viewers again because people are actually tied down on political happenings, political issues, and it's the right atmosphere. What we have now is what we've been praying for a long time, and we really hope that at the end of the day, what we're seeing now, we'll be seeing it at the polling units.
Yeah, and as we see them, I think it's also a foundation for a better place, for a better citizen engagement. You know that several times on air here, whenever we come, we talk about participating, we talk about people engaging the persons they've elected to serve in various positions of power. And when you see this engagement, you see that the reality has started to dawn on our people that, look, you cannot elect people and leave them to whatsoever they are doing. You must monitor, you must engage them to ensure that that mandate for which you elected them, they are not just doing what they want, they are keeping to it. There is a contract, it's a social contract between the people and those who are elected into offices. So you monitor, you follow them up using civil society organizations, the media, and whatsoever platform. And like you mentioned, social media has become one of the most powerful platforms for engagement. Yes, we can see propaganda, we can see fake news, we can see lies being propagated on social media, but that doesn't take away the fact that it is important to engage leaders where they are also to reach the people as well.
Well, it's the weekend show, and remember here, it's not really just all about politics. We're just on the lighter side of life. And this morning will be no different. We have a lot in stock for you. I'm prepared. David is prepared, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll take a break. We'll be back.
All right, you're welcome back. This is the time where we'll give you the major headlines from Peppers and as well from ABS right here. We begin from ABS website where we have Nigeria Policy Institute USA stalls Soludo for strategic approaches to responsive governance. We also have Anambra State government to begin implementation of anti-open grazing law September. Labour Party's presidential candidate Peter Obi visits Soludo at Amobia. And finally, yes, third anniversary, Soludo urges youths to focus on productivity. Those are the major stories that are on ABS website this morning. But remember that you can get the details and details of more stories right there if you visit us at www.absradiotv.com.
And right now we'll move over to the Saturday Sun newspaper, quite a very busy paper. We have a story on PDP, ASU, and the rest of them. All right, let's take the major headline. Angry Buhari orders security agents to wipe out terrorists. Direct Humanitarian Affairs Ministry orders to ensure IDPs return unhindered. Soldiers, 2 gunmen, lady killed in Abia. 2023, PDP goofed by not zoning to Southeast, says APC chair. Predicts Labour Party will take opposition parties' votes in region in South-South. ASU federal government talks end in deadlock. No work, no pay stands still negotiations. Education minister asks students to sue teachers' union. Adamu brands Jonathan Almajiri's program failure. Lagos extends ban on Okada to 4 other local governments and 5 LCDAs. Obi accuses APC orders of disinformation deceit. Certificate forgery suits against Tinubu APC. INEC for hearing October 12th. Osun Guba, court strikes out suit seeking to nullify Adeleke's nomination. Transaction on e-money app hits 4 billion naira. This is by MFLA. Nigeria spends 18 billion naira daily on subsidy, says Finance Minister.
All right, and from there we move to the Daily Times newspaper this morning. The fisticuff between the ASU leadership and the federal government is taking the major headline on the front page of the Daily Times newspaper this morning. And the big story there, varsity strike. Why federal government won't pay ASU backlog of salaries. Adamu admits U3PS OTAs better than IPs. Says unions consulting with members on resolving strike. Why our negotiation committee rejected federal government offer, says ASU. Then the big on top of the masthead there we have address threats posed by explosive remnants in Northeast. Buhari directs other security agencies to eliminate insurgents. Federal government transmits 2023 to 2025 medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal plan to National Assembly. That's still there on the front page of the Daily Times newspaper. We have Tinubu asks court not to hear certificate forgery. Tinubu asks court not to hear certificate forgery suit against him. Those are the major stories on the front page of the Daily Times newspaper for this morning.
And up next will be the Guardian newspaper this morning. The Guardian newspaper has the major rider on the NBC ban on some media outlets in this nation. Said this quiet as federal government shuts down 52 broadcast stations. We can't afford the unpleasant outcome of such media blackouts. This is by NUJ. It is a decision that was predetermined, says Huriwa. NBC's action ill-advised, insensitive. MRA insists. Revocation has no political undertone. That's by NBC DG. And then we also have U.S. Coast Guard quarter, Mohawk arrives Lagos. Festac Town, a national pride sliding into slum. And then we also have Russia-Ukraine war, more hardship coming, experts alert Nigerians. Civil service not dumping ground for job seekers, says Buhari. NAFDA cracked down on illegal alcohol beaters, manpower drugs. And that's it from the Guardian newspaper this Saturday morning.
And finally, we'll look at Saturday Punch for this morning. Varsity suspend 461,745 students admission over incessant strikes. ASU Emergency Congress holds on Monday. The big story, Campaigns. Politicians bombard police with special protection requests. Approval not automatic based on threat analysis, says Force PRO. Police deployment to private individuals unsustainable, ex-DIG AIG says. PSC, that is Police Service Commission, says Nigeria should recruit 40,000 police personnel annually. We also have ex-judicial killing allegations, blight Army's peacekeeping operation in Cross River. Knox, as NBC revokes AIT Silverbird orders licenses. Atiku not offended by Wike's outburst, Dino Melaya says. Zamfara farmers begin negotiation with bandits today. We also have retiring 243 soldiers must submit arms, others, says the army. Those are the major stories and the best prepares who look at this morning. It's been a nice one. Just pick a copy of some of these papers from any vendor around you or visit their Facebook pages or websites to get the details of the headlines we just read.
And remember that you can also read up or get more details about the headlines on ABS by you either visit our website www.absradiotv.com or our Facebook page, our backup Facebook page, Anambra Broadcasting Service, ORCA. Or you can also stay tuned to this channel or our various radio channels to hear more details of the news.
Yes. Stay with us. It's still the Weekend Show as we continue our broadcast this morning and look at issues concerning us and concerning our people, concerning our society and how we can get better in today's world. Stay with us.